Okay, Nik Bear here. This is going to be a quick intro to sort of what we're going to be covering in Module 1, which is sort of the basics of when we have a data set, what do we do? How do we know it's good? What tests do we run? What pre-processing do we do? What kind of visualization do we do? What kind of EDA do we do? Knowing some basic statistics so you know whether you have enough data or not, whether something's significant, what a hypothesis test is. The advanced topics will get into generative AI and how that can affect all this process and other kinds of data types like text and medical imaging and things like that. But before we do that, I'm going to do a little lesson on prompting. The reason being is to do all the stuff that you're looking at here, you're going to typically use the language model to help you write scripts to do them. So we're going to take a little detour starting in the next video. And what that detour is going to be is how do we use language models to make us more productive. But I'll continue this video here. So what we're going to do is we look at raw input, just what we get. And we're going to do a bunch of processing on it. We're going to transform it from the raw thing to something we want after we do a bunch of tests. And then we're always going to keep the raw data though. So in your assignments, I would just, my convention is to, when I use something like Python to do it, create a variable called df raw, data file raw. And that's because you pretty much always save your original data. And what your original data saving it allows you to do is to look at, okay, I did this thing, I did this thing, I did this thing, I did this thing. What has changed? And for example, if you expect a particular column, an independent variable to be normal, and you do a change and it's no longer normal because bimodal or something, you have to think about why. Did you want that? Or, you know, is this something that it should have done, or did something weird happen in the process? So we're going to go over all these things, the data pre-processing, the data visualization, you know, machine learning concepts. We're going to review them. You should know that from 6105, but review them. But we are basically going to go over all of this stuff in the next 4 or 5 weeks, Module 1, first third of the class. But before we do that, we're going to take a little break for a few videos so you can effectively write little scripts to do that. So how do I effectively write prompts? That can help me write the scripts. Also on the GitHub, we already have hundreds, maybe thousands of examples of these things being done in scripts that exist. What you cannot do is just take one of those existing scripts, do this and turn it in yourself. You're going to have to change it. You're going to have to improve it. And so the language models allow you to do that. You can input a script that we already have on the GitHub, say, check this, is it doing a good idea? What can I use to improve this and change this? And then change it. So we're going to take a little detour from the actual understanding, you know, how to impute data, how to check missing values, how to do feature selection, et cetera, to how to prompt in order to do that. Okay, so that's it for this video.